friends, welcome to Celebrate Moms Week. Today we're going to make a special craft for Mother's Day, and it's going to look like this. We're going to trace our hands and cut them out and make them look like flowers. That way we can give them to our mommies on Mother's Day. I'm joined here by Corey.
Hi.
He's my son, and he's going to help me today because his hands are smaller than mine, so it'll work a little better to show you how yours will turn out. Now, we're going to need a few things. You're going to need a pair of scissors. Your grown-up can also have a pair of scissors to help you. You'll need a glue stick or some white glue, a pencil, and a variety of construction paper. So I would say to get a white piece of paper for your background that you'll be gluing your flower hands on. That way it shows up really well. So the white paper can just sit aside. We're not going to use that yet. I chose a variety of pink and red and purple for the flowers. So they're going to be our flower heads. And the stems of flowers are typically green, so I have a green piece of paper. And I chose tan paper to be Corey's hand. So in the picture we saw that there's a little hand holding the bouquet of flowers. So we're going to use tan paper, you can use whatever color you like, to trace the hand. So Corey, can you push up your sleeve? We'll just need one. Which one do you want to use?
This one.
Corey's using his left hand. Okay, put it down on the paper. Now you don't have to open it up too wide because your hold, just naturally rest it. Okay, so we're going to trace a little bit of his arm. Is that tickling?
Yeah.
And his wrist. I got a little giggle out of him with the tracing. Okay, and his fingers. If we remember, we have 5 fingers. We actually have 4 fingers and a thumb. So make sure you get all that in there. So that's going to be Corey's hand. Can you see that there? We traced that. So we're going to be cutting that out. So Corey, why don't you work on cutting out your arm? Now, we're going to need stems. So an easy way for making stems so you can cut them straight is to fold the piece of green construction paper long ways, so horizontally. And we're going to move back and forth. And then we're going to cut along those lines, and then those will be our stems. Okay, so you see you have the lines there. So now it's a great time to practice our super snipping skills. Thumb on top, thumb on top. Don't forget your thumb on top. Okay, so we're going to cut, while Corey's cutting out his arm, I'm going to cut out the stems. We're both sitting on a chair at the table. We're not running around. We're working safely with our scissors. And that's the way we can be super snippers. Okay, I probably have more than I need here. It's always good to have some snipping practice. And if you don't have a lot of green paper, say if you only have a little bit, you could cut these thinner so you could get more stems out of a smaller piece of paper. This is my last stem here. And once we finish cutting these, we're just going to set these aside. Okay, so let's count how many stems I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 5 on one hand and 2 on the other. I probably won't need this many, but it's always good to have some extras. So those are my flower stems. Then we're going to use our hand again to make our flower heads. So we have purple and red and pink. Oh, there's Corey's. It's waving high. That's Corey's hand. We're going to put that on at the end. So we have just one hand. Okay. Corey, we're going to need to trace your hands again.
Okay.
So let's trace, let's see, if we do it this way, we may be able to get 2 in. Okay, now we're not tracing his arm this time, we're just tracing his hand. We're going all around, and we're going to do this. It's tickly, isn't it? Why don't you put your other hand up there? Yeah, there we go. It doesn't have to be that wide. You can close them a little, yeah. So we're going to do this at least 5 times. So you could do it on 5 different color papers. You could use all the same color papers. So we're going to trace our hands 5 times. And we're going to cut them out, and we'll be right back when it's all ready. Okay, so we have cut out all of our hands. So we have 2 pink hands, we have 2 purple hands, and we have 1 red hand. You may have whatever color you choose. Now, we are going to glue the hands on the flowers first at the top, and then we'll add our stems. So I have a plain white piece of paper here. If you don't have any white paper at home, you could use whatever color you want to. A matter of fact, if you don't have colored construction paper at home, but you have paint, you could dip your hand in paint, put it on the white paper, and then add the stems. So that's a way you could do it too, and then you wouldn't have to cut anything at all. So let's start by putting our glue. I have a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, you could use white glue as well. So I'm putting the glue on my pink hand. And this is however you would like to do it. You know, the picture shows that they're kind of randomly placed. There's no pattern. So I'm just going to put them wherever I kind of think they look good. I'm going to put one over here. It's okay if the fingers hang over the sides. That's fine too. There really are no rules. I'm going to put one here. Let's see. I'll put one on this side too because I'll show you how the stems go on. We'll put our stems on as we go along. So here's my green stem. You can just do a line right down. Put my 1 stem here. You can draw leaves too if you want to. I didn't cut out any leaves, but if you would like to make leaves, you're certainly welcome to put on the stem. We're gonna put another stem there. So see what I'm doing? Our hand is the flower head, and then there's our green stem. We can push it on, and we're just layering. Okay, so then maybe I'll do my red one. Gonna put the glue on one side. Maybe I'll put my red one in the middle like our example had it. That seems like a good idea. Put that nice red right there. And then we'll give that red hand a stem. Put it right down there in the middle. So see, we have 3 flowers and 3 stems so far. I think it looks pretty cool. So we're going to do another flower hand. Just putting more glue, taking my time. I'm not rushing. You can be most proudest of your work when you're taking your time. And then I can add another stem. I may not even need it to be that long. We can cut these at the end. And then a purple one I'm going to put on this side. Okay. Put it right over here. And then I'll take my last stem Now you're probably thinking, you forgot the arm, Mrs. Merz. You forgot the arm. Well, that comes next. So let's overlap these stems here. Okay, so I have 5 hands, 5 stems, and now Corey's arm is gonna look like he's giving the flowers to his mom. Isn't that nice? So we're gonna tuck the hand here, and we can probably just glue it on top. It's always nice to treat our moms to something special on Mother's Day. Maybe you drew a picture of her with our portrait page. Maybe you filled out the survey and answered the questions about all of her favorite things. The other day we had a coloring page. Perhaps you did your very best coloring for Mom. Perhaps you're going to give Mom a big giant hug on Mother's Day. Maybe you're going to give her some real flowers. So we're just putting that in the center. And look, it looks like we're giving our mom flowers. Now you could leave these long, or we could cut them. And then I think with artwork, it's always important to put the date, because we're certainly never going to forget the Mother's Day of 2020. So we'll put 2020 at the bottom. Don't forget to try your very best to put your name on it somewhere. Whether you put it on the front or on the back, it's always great to sign your artwork. So there's Corey's hand carrying the hand flowers. That wasn't too hard. So when we're with our moms this Mother's Day, let's see if we can remember our special Mommy's Day song that we were gonna sing for her. Okay, are we ready? Let's see, we'll put our brains on. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, here we go. I love you and you love me, and Mommy is your name-o. M-O-M-M-Y, 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 and Mommy is your name-o. And then go up to your mommy and give her a big hug and thank her for all the wonderful things she does for you. To all the moms out there, thank you so much for the continued support at home. Thank you so much for all the support throughout the school year. I hope you have a fantastic Mother's Day and be well. We'll see you soon, friends. Bye.